Hello everybody, welcome to Nana's Journey. I'm Deanna, and today we are going to continue with month 4 of the Summer Moon block of the month. We are doing background 20 this month, and we're going to do Birds in the Air, page 12, split 9 patch, page 50, and a twin star, page 52. So for Birds in the Air, I'm using fabrics 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, and 17. For the split 9 patch, I'm using 12 and 14. And for the twin star, I'm using 8, 4, and 9. That's 3. 8, 4, and 9. These 3. So those are the fabrics I'm using. If you want to know more about the fabrics, you can watch the first video. I go through all the fabrics. Also on the first video is I show how I do the frames for each block. I'm going to insert a picture of the measurements that I'm going to use for the frame. And so if I've changed something from the cut size, it will have my measurement. Otherwise, it will just say cut size of the pattern, because I don't want to violate the copyright laws. So I hope that makes sense. You can just take a screenshot of the picture. So let me get these cut up and get started, and I will be back. Okay, we're going to start with the Birds in the Air block. That's the one that will take the longest. The other 2 blocks are pretty easy. This one we are going to make 2 at a time, half square triangles out of each of these. I'm going to sew on the lines, cut down the middle, press it open, and then I will trim them. I did take the time, I made this easier on myself, and I cut these a little larger than what the pattern said so that I can trim them down to the correct size and go from there. So let me just show you what I'm doing. Cut that down the middle. Now I will press these open. Okay, I've got these pressed open and trimmed, and I'm going to do that to each one of these, and then I will be back. Okay, I have my pieces ironed and trimmed, and this is how I'm going to arrange them. Things are pressed to the print, and this row will be pressed this way, then this way, so that when we put them together, they can nest. And then they will all go one direction. Okay, once I put them in pairs, I put it back how I want it, and I finger pressed which way I want the seams. So these ones go this way and this way. So it's just easier to keep track. And I will continue to do that as I put these together and then these, and then I'll iron it all down. Now I just need to put the frame on and we will have our large block done. And again, if you want to know how to do the frames, you can watch the first video, but the large and the mediums, you're just putting one on each side and then one on the top and the bottom, and it's simple like that. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, now we are going to do the twin star block. This is the medium size, and again, I made things easier on myself and cut these out a little larger than the pattern has them, and so when I put them together, I will be able to trim them down. So I believe we are putting A and C together first. You want right sides together. Let's put all of these. You want your 90-degree corners to go like this. You're going to press that open. Then you're going to take D, put right sides together, and I pressed to the print, and now I will press towards this piece, and then I will trim it. Okay, I have my pieces pressed and trimmed, and now we're going to lay them out like this. The background goes towards the outside if you start to get confused. So now we're just going to sew these rows together and put them into a block. Okay, the middle gets pressed towards the middle, the top and bottom get pressed to the outside. So now we can just nest these seams and sew them together. Okay, now I just put on the 4 pieces of the frame and we can start on the small block. Okay, this is another easy one, and yes, I made them bigger so I could trim them down, except for C. That's got to be the exact size. So we're going to start with A and B and make 2 half square triangles. And we will press towards the background, and then when we do A and D, we will press towards the print. So let's get those done. When we get those done, we can put the block together. Oh, and this one is the split 9 patch. Okay, I have those units pressed and trimmed, put in the order they are in the block. This is like a Jacob's ladder. So now we're just going to put the block together. And again, the middle row gets pressed to the middle, the top and the bottom get pressed to the outside. So everything gets pressed towards, in my case, the pink. And now I forgot which, okay. Okay, there you go. We've got birds in the air, twin star, and split 9 patch in the small, medium, and large, all framed. So now we're ready for next month. And I want to thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time on Nana's Journey.